Hello once again. So this video is going to be a little bit different than my normal tutorials with AHK. This is just going to be a YouTube application that I made that hopefully some people might find useful. So the first part of this video, I'm going to demo out the tool, and then in the second part of the video, I'm going to show you a little bit of a breakdown of the code, just in case you guys want to manipulate it somehow in your own way. But if you have a new channel, this is definitely something that would be really cool for you. As of right now, I kind of looked around the internet, didn't really find anything that does this, so finally decided to make my own. I want to know when I'm getting YouTube views live or new subscribers without having to have YouTube actually open and have to, constantly refresh the page. Plus, I have to kind of dig through the data to see what videos are getting views. I just want to see it live. And that's what this program's going to do. So I just called it YouTube Views. I got the script right here. And in the description below, I am going to put a link to my website where you can download the executable and the script. That way, if you just want to run it or you just want to manipulate it to your own way, feel free to do. If you guys do manipulate it, let me know what you do. I'd be curious to see what kind of other things you add on to it other than what I got. So I have it running right now. We might see a notification pop up here, but just in case we don't, I did take a picture of when I got one the last time. So it's just a system notification here. It says new view. It shows the old count, 377, and what the new count is, 378. So I got one new view on the title of this video, AutoHotkey's What Can I Do with AHK and Ideas Part 1. You can click on this to dismiss it. It stays up for 10 seconds. If not, it's going to go down to this little system tray icon here. So I can click that. And as we see up here, we got that notification here for one of my videos. I can just click it to get rid of it. So it goes off every 2 minutes and does a check by downloading a URL text file. So that's what all this gibberish is. So you don't really need to understand any of this. I've already scoured through all this code and got it to grab exactly what I need. So let's go ahead and see how this starts up for the first time. So you're going to run the executable. And the first pop-up you get is asking what your channel page URL is. So just copy and paste that in there and press save. And that saves what's known as an INI file. So a lot of the stuff I'm going to explain, I'm just going to kind of go over briefly. I've done videos in the past about a lot of this stuff, and if I haven't, I plan to do them in the future. But this is just a save file, so that way every time you launch, you don't have to copy and paste it over every single time. So right now it's running. It's going to check every 2 minutes, and then I'll get that notification. That's pretty much it. Now let's take a look at the code if you're interested in that. So the first thing I'm doing is I'm setting the file path to my desktop. You guys can change this if you don't want it on your desktop. It's just where I got it going. And then it's going to read, save that URL, and then it's going to open the GUI that we just saw there. Once I push save, that's where the script's going to start. It's going to submit that GUI. It's going to go ahead, save that URL in case, maybe it changed. Maybe you got 2 channels and you're switching between the 2, whatever. And here's the timer. So that's right there in milliseconds, but that's 2 minutes. And every 2 minutes, it's going to run here. And there's where that URL download to file is. And there's my website. When I upload this, this will actually be a variable instead. So I can actually go ahead and make that change now. There we go. That is incorrect. Well, no, that is correct. And once again, it's saving that URL file to my desktop, and here's what it's being called. It's then going to read that file, so I can get all that gibberish you saw in the last text file. And here we go. So this first section, this is the subscriber counter. So this is just basically checking that file, and it's looking for this specific code in there, and it's getting the count. It's then going to compare the old count from the last check with what it just got. If it has changed, it's going to display that TrayTip, which is just that notification down here in the bottom right corner. And it's just saying, new subscriber, old count moved to new count. There we go. There's a great example. Perfect timing. So there we go. We got the 55 to now 56 on this video. If it is a subscriber, this will say new subscriber, and the icon's just a different icon, which is set right here, 2. Where down here I'm using 1, just to give you 2 different icons. And it lasts for 10 seconds. If you want it to last shorter or longer, this is where you're going to change it by seconds. We're then going to take that new count, and we're going to move it back to the old count. That way on the next check, it's ready to go. Now down here is where we got the view count. So with this regex, not really going to explain those. I started touching base on those in my last video and plan to get a lot more detailed as time goes on. Regexes, they're something everybody loves to hate. They're very complicated, so at least I did most of the legwork on that kind of stuff, unless you want to manipulate it. But this is doing the same thing. It's running through that gibberish code that you saw there, and it's finding this information. It's basically doing an array, just because obviously you're not going to have one video, you're going to have many. And then once again, it's going to do another check. If the old video count is different than the current video count, do nothing. Or if it's the same, I mean, do nothing. But if it is changed, which is right here, that just means does not equal. Display that TrayTip with the new view, the old count, new count, 10 seconds, and there's that different icon. There we go. And then assign that new value to the old value by replacing it. And then stop, wait 2 minutes, do it all again. So as always in all my videos, I'll post this code in the description below along with the link to my website where you can download the script and the executable. That way, if you're just solely using this and not interested in manipulating the code, you don't have to worry about downloading AHK. You can just run the executable and it'll work great for you. If you guys like this video, let me know if you make any manipulation to my code. I also got some help off of Reddit. I can't remember the user's name right now from the people that helped me with this, just because I'm not a pro at regex, so I definitely got some help there. But shout out to them, forget their username. Please subscribe. I always upload videos every week, 2 to 3 usually, and hit that like button, helps me out a lot, and that notification button, because like I said, 2 to 3 videos a week. Hope you guys watch some more. Alright, see you guys.